so many films that we've had where it's hunting humans or torture porn or some kind of derogatory term of that. So many films where the righteous person is on the other side of the glass. You're a bad person, you're going to get punished. That is so many Gornos that we have nowadays. Everybody is in the high tower because they're the great ones and they can pick on the underlings, the bad people. And what I like about The Hunt is it inverts that. It has this brilliance about it where the heroes are in fact the people caught. The people who are the villains are the ones that are trying to hunt them down. They're these left-wing liberals. There's a beautiful moment in the film when they talk about how they should be gender neutral and all those underlying issues that we can't stand in society right now. And I'm not saying that they aren't unjustified. I'm not saying they're wrong. But extremists, people who have to be conscious about everything, get on your nerves. And they're the people that are hunting down these random people. Of course, they're not random. They're all justified. And that's a clever idea as well, because the justification is so bizarre that you cannot barely believe it. There is sequences that make no sense. It is a film that has strong and deep references to George Orwell's Animal Farm and says it explicitly. It has brains that I couldn't imagine. It has jokes that I didn't expect. It has action sequences which are both bizarre and comical in equal measure. It's horrific and nasty, realistic, and just this macabre joy to it that I could not have thought would happen when I first started watching. And what I respect about the film is that it does not care for its characters. You think someone's going to survive? They ain't going to last 10 minutes. You think that person's big in the films? He ain't going to go for longer than 10. Really cleverly leads us down this garden path over and over and over again till you're always guessing who's going to live and who isn't. All too often it is far too obvious who's going to make it to the finish line. But in The Hunt, I was truly surprised with who it was. And when the reveal of the big bad comes, you cannot help but be overjoyed. I'm not saying it's for everybody. In fact, I'm not saying that it's not for a lot of people. But if you want a fun, thrilling and unique human hunt film, look no further than The Hunt. It is a far better concept than it could have been. It's a stronger film than a remake of The Hunger Games or Battle Royale again. It's far, far more bizarre than that. I would put it in league with something more like You're Next or the original Cabin Fever than any of those films because of how surreal this world that they've created is. The whole thing takes over in this location called Manorgate. That is what they refer to it as, Manorgate. And it starts off as this... That's a spoiler. But needless to say, if you let it, joy is to be had. It won't have you clapping, it won't be film of the year, it won't be any of those things. But some films don't need to be. Some films can just be films for film's sake. And that is exactly what The Hunt is. I don't like my art dirty and I don't like my dirt arty. That is what I've said so many times. But somehow The Hunt just strikes the right balance between dirt and art to bring you a combination that runs just long enough to the finish line. Not too long. If the film went another 10 minutes, you'd be bored. But the opening sequence sets the ideals high, and then we're in the movie. I can't strongly recommend the film because I don't think it's big enough for you to watch in the cinema. But if you have a Saturday night and you've got nothing to do and you want to go have a laugh and see something a bit gory, then The Hunt is 100% for you.